Hey everybody, Chris G here, Positively Progressing. My buddy Gabe with me for another Teach Me Something. Today I'm going to be basically taking something from Barry Harris but putting it onto the saxophone. So Barry Harris, amazing educator, piano player, all the above. He has this really cool piano exercise that takes you through 4 keys at a time. And if you know any of Barry's stuff, Barry talks about brother and sister chords. Basically, when you're talking about diminished, like let's say C, E flat, F sharp or G flat, and A are all related.
You play the C diminished 7. Shepherd said that if you lower one note at a time, you'll end up with 4 dominants. Lower the C a half step. What's the dominant?
B7.
Go back, C diminished. Lower the E flat.
D7.
Go back. Lower the F sharp.
F7.
Go ahead, go back. Lower the A.
A flat 7.
So now we know those 4 dominants are very important. They're brother and sister.
In some way, and this exercise is done on the piano, but I wanted to put it on the single line instrument so we as horn players or single line instruments, trumpet, whatever you play, flute, you know, you can start hearing maybe some of these chords a little bit more, and it'll deepen your awareness of the voicings you're hearing and the quality of chords you're hearing. So a little different. I think you'll get it. So I'm gonna play it first, then I'll explain what's happening. Okay, I will tell you I'm starting in RC, so I'm starting in B flat concert, and I'm gonna start with a leading tone to the chord.
Wow.
Okay, so let's talk about what's actually happening there. So what's happening is you're starting on the root, which is a major tonality. You're going to the second, a minor tonality, the third, a minor tonality, and then the fourth is normally a major tonality if you're staying in the same key. But you're not staying in the same key. That next, that fourth is a minor 4, right? So we have minor. That's the 2 of the next key.
Gotcha.
Key center. So we're going C to E flat. So that F minor on tenor is the 2 of the E flat.
Gotcha.
And then we pivot back down to the E flat after that. So it sounds like this. Now we're in E flat or D flat concert. So what's happening with those notes up top, that ornamentation, there's consonance and dissonance, or stability and tension. However you want to define it, that's what's happening.
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
At
sure.
the top of it, I think of that as like a turn. Ba ba da ba, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is it always chromatic, like, or is it sometimes?
So
Depends on where you are in the.
it depends on where you are in the chord, or in the scale, or what key center you're in. So for instance, the first one is going to be, if you're from the root, I'm not going to play the 5th. I'm going to play root, 3rd, 7th for all changes. So
Got it.
so you always end up actually on the stable part of the chord, right? So
Yeah,
like
okay.
this is tension. This is stable. This is tension. Now if we go up, right?
Got
It almost sounds like a classical piece of
Yes,
music, right?
Very much so. Yeah.
Right? And then right? And now we're in a new key.
love it.
So it's really pretty, but you're hearing, right?
Yeah.
This is a lot more like spelled out voicings, at least for me. This is what I found interesting. I practice it on the piano actually, like every day. Then I practice it on my horn, and I'm fascinated because you're going to start hearing that some of these chords are related to these other key centers, and you start hearing different ideas, which is really cool. That's kind of a byproduct of this. I just want to talk about just the exercise today, and maybe down the road I can teach you how some of these things are related to that next key, because C, E flat, A, F sharp, they're all brothers and sisters. They all play together.
Yes.
Barry says, who do you play with first? Your brothers and sisters.
They're brother and sister. Who do you play with first? Your brother and your sister. If you got them,
Right.
you play with your family first.
Sure.
If you have them. Luckily, I have a great brother, So this is a really cool concept. So you want to try playing it?
I absolutely
Okay.
do. Okay.
Awesome. That one, so off the two, it's always chromatic.
Gotcha.
Off the two of any chord, off the two of any key center is going to be chromatic.
Okay.
Once you hit the 7, yeah.
It makes sense to the ear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. Okay, so then. Yeah.
Remember, that's the 2 of the next chord. So now we're in
Right.
E flat or D flat concert.
And the cool thing is, the last note I played was my D.
Is the
You
7.
go down an octave, and
Yep.
that's the first note of the next
Boom.
cycle.
Nailed it, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So now he ended up in G concert or RA on tenor, and so that would have been your fourth key that you were in.
Wow.
And so this will take you through 4 keys. You can go up or down a half step. You go through another 4 keys, go up or down a half step from there.
It
another
kind of
4 keys.
reminds. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
you.
no, good.
It reminds me of the feeling you get when you're reading a great book, and they call it, page turner. You can't set. I can see why you want to go through the whole thing. It's just like you just want to keep on going.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful, right?
Nice.
Yeah, so we will keep exploring that. I wanted to teach Gabe that because partially I'm like, I think Gabe's going to come up with something to teach me about this in the future.
Beat me to it.
Yeah, but I think you might see some things because Gabe plays a lot more piano than me, so he might find some ins and outs of this that might be really cool in the future.
To be honest, though, that's a really new sound for me. Like I'm excited because I feel like that's gonna open up a lot of new doors for me. So thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right on. All right, well, we will catch you again next week. And did we already do the school thing here, or was that for your video?
That was in my video.
Okay, so if you guys want to keep learning from Gabe and I, we do a live call every Friday with our school group. Check the link below. It's called Next Level Jazz. It's a free group. We would love for you to join. We'd love for you to see you on the calls, ask any questions, or teach us something. All right? We'll see you next time. Always positive, always progressing. Later.